Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Tonight, 180.
Let's go. Super. Defense. Check 52.
From the 50, it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
We go tonight, 180.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Minshew. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
On the ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Mike 51, Mike 51.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, Sue. Mike 51, Mike 51.
2nd down and inches. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Shoves him aside. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check the
Alpha.
Hey, watch that.
Ready?
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Yeah. You're out. Hey, seam 6.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
51's the mic. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop. Slam.
2nd and 11. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Know your job.
Bravo.
54's Mike. Check
it out.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, orbit.
Now gone. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to spin free.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep for, it's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Haywood!
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Switch! Recon, 132 fighter! Go! Big grip!
On 1st down, Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey! High 7!
51.
Yep.
51 to mine. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Ready, set.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
5.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Focus, defense, focus. Mike, go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Zoom. Look at me. Zipper.
He's crashing.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one taken from the 7.
Get ready.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now a man open down the middle of the field and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Now Goff on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. I think a free play now for Goff. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Get it.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10.
Check. Crunch. 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 Check 37. Check 37.
Look. Squeeze. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Right there, 54.
Big Griffin.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You're trapped.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You better bring. Hey, Orvin.
Right now, you better bring.
Mike 5-4.
Let's go. Get set. 5.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Go.
Rush.
Hey, Delta.
54, Mike, 54.
Ready?
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And come on.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Looking to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Look at me. Go. Snap.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And now he'll let this one go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
General West. Hey, Haywood. Yes, yes.
54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Get in the weight room.
Go. Leo. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Double dog. That's the way.
On second down, it's Hunt. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 3.
Ready up.
Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's gonna be a long day for you.
Hey. High 7. Yep.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
We ain't giving it on the 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Topper. 5.
On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
X3. 218. Chopper. Yo. Go. Smooth. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Zoo.
I got you, boy. Check. Let's go.
Back to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
60-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him for a loss of about 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a pass hauled in downfield. 20! Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 78 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Let's go!
They're on 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
70, Indy. 61, matchbox, white. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
2nd and 4. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Ready. 60, Pittsburgh.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Rabbit. Check. Hot route. Hot. Watch twist.
80 weapon. Hey, Sam on.
Safety screaming.
They'll run on first down. Hunt, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch 10. Safe.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, watch it. Shift.
Gone.
He's coming, double up.
Big dribble.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. Here I come. He's checking.
They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, it stays up. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Mike 51.
They'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Rock it. Fair.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trey Boston.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Gone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Carl Joseph.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Pull it together.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check.
Hey, echo.
Fight.
Good.
51. Silver.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Minshew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Ready. 30 base. Hard.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
60 Pittsburgh.
So we got man. Joker.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
So this one, a victory.